Jungle.
Hi, I'm Benny. I'm the technical support in the Elitech.
Hi everyone, I'm Isabel. I'm the sales manager.
If you haven't noticed your HVAC system struggling to keep up with demanding the sweltering summer, as we know that the summer season is coming and we have to take care of this the hot weather conditions. So it's time to upgrade your HVAC tools. That's why we want to do this live stream to show everyone some really useful Elitech tools. Before that, actually, I want to mention about that in the Elitech company. So Elitech was initiated in the HVAC field in 1996 as a global manufacturer, with our research and development center located in Silicon Valley, California. Elitech has established subsidiaries all over the world. Our goal is to always provide innovative alternatives to our customers. Actually, we also care they're demanding about each tools. Today, we have five product categories, which they are intelligent vacuum pump, intelligent digital manifold, digital pressure gauge, and refrigerant leak detector. All of them are designed with the most innovative modern technologies and can be managed on the same app, Elitech Tools, which is really useful for people who want to manage things by their phone.
Right, and we have established our own website. You can find our online store super easily. Just Google our brand name, Elitech. The website address is elitechus.com. All of the products we're going to show today are available on our website with detailed description. We also have official stores on Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and AliExpress. Order from these stores I mentioned, you can get the same warranty and customer support from us. Some products also won the Amazon Choice and the Amazon bestsellers. So check out our Amazon store if you're interested. Anyway, before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe our channel, share this show with your friends. You can click the bell icon so next time when we have new live streams and new videos, you will get notified right away. So today we're going to introduce our 10 products. They are leak detectors, scales, vacuum pump gauges, vacuum pump, and the manifolds. So let's get started with the leak detectors first. So Benny, as we know, there are different methods for leak detection. Can you share us anything you know about these methods?
Yeah, sure. First, let's talk about in the leak detection methods and really the positive and the negative sides. As we know that the common methods are like soap bubbles and ultraviolet dye and electronic leak detection. So the most primitive one, the soap bubble, is the most primitive method. Still is difficult to detect if the leak is really small and if you're also working in the windy outdoor conditions.
So I think it is a little bit inconvenient at some large systems. It takes a lot of time because you need to apply the soapy water to the entire hose assembly, including the tank's valve and the regulators, right?
Yeah, this is the reason I don't like it in this way. Yeah, it's easy to use, but it's senseless for me. So I like to introduce some other ways that can make the results clearer for in the large systems.
So we know there is a second way that is the ultraviolet and the fluorescent dye method. So how about this one?
Yeah, in this method use a specialized dye that injected into refrigeration system and circulated along with the the hose fluid and the refrigerant. So if there are any leak points, and this dye will go to escape and concentrate on those locations, and it will help that to be identified in the leakage parts. So in this method is better than just the soap bubbles.
Yeah, it must be better than the soap bubbles, right? So is there any downside maybe?
Yeah, in this part, yeah, we said that compare that is better than the soap bubbles, but there's a major downside with this method. So the fluorescent dye method will affect the performance and the long-term operation of the system.
That is to say the system life will be shortened. Then we come to the last one, the electronic leak detection. How about this one? I heard most people are using this method and they think it's the best one.
Yeah, they compare the three of them. It's indeed the most precise and efficient method. So in that part, I want to ask that, Isabel, do you know how many electronic leak detector types are there? Do you want to share with me?
Yeah, I do know there are three types: the corona ones and the heated diode ones and the infrared sensor ones. And in fact, we have all the three types of leak detections. So are we going to introduce all of them today?
Actually not. Today we just share the most advanced infrared type IR200, ILD200 infrared C, and upgraded heated diode type LD100 plus. Actually, today we will focus on that. But before started, I want to ask that we have a term like say 2-in-1 in the IR200. So what do you know the meaning of that 2-1 in?
Yeah, sure. The 2-in-1 means we made two sensors into one device, and I believe it's the world's first leak detector that comes with this technology. So you can quickly switch between the heated diode sensor and the infrared sensor, and it triggers all the refrigerants much more precisely than the traditional ones, like the one corona sensor or one single heated diode sensor.
So someone might be curious that why do we have two sensors into one device? Could you explain?
That's a very good question, because we know that most people are still using the heated diode sensor and they think it is more trustable. But we have the confidence that the infrared sensor would be more sensitive and more accurate and comes with a longer sensor life. Like the ones we have, it can last up to 10 years and it comes with less false alarms. So we want to promote this technology and encourage more HVAC technicians to try with the infrared sensor.
Yeah, so in this way, we put the two sensors in one device. It will allow us to try new technology, and at the same time, it will feel secure because you know that like the result is the correct, and it's also supported by the heated diode sensor as well.
That's right. So I can't wait to say how this two-in-one leak detector works. Can you show us?
Yeah, in that part, let's start to talk about its key features as well first. And this is like it's a toolbox in that, and it comes with that cool toolbox. So I want to show first what kind of things it come here. This is the IR200, and it comes with like the adapter here, and it comes like the Type C as well in the toolbox. So actually, let's talk about it. What are the key features about there? We can say it's most refrigerant system like HFCs, HCs, HCFCs, HVO 1, 2, 3, 4 is there are like the refrigerant system is suitable for that.
Okay, so that is to say this is suitable for most of the refrigerants on the market.
Yeah. In that, it's easy to applicable to any complex conditions and the real-time display and the concentration and lower power consumption and the like a longer life battery.
Life.
Yeah. So it's also like the 10 minutes auto off. If you don't like the use start, it will turn off after 10 minutes, and the 2 years warranty. They are the main features.
So it comes with so much power functions, and I'm wondering if the operation will be complicated this way.
Operation is not complicated, sure, like it's easy to use. The first we should turn on the device. It will take the 30 seconds to warm up. And I want to first mention about what kind of the buttons we have here. We have the mode section, and because we talk about that, we have two kinds of the modes. One of them is the infrared, one of the heat diode, and we have in the peak. In here, it will allow us to show differences between the leakage level, different parts of the pipes and the systems. And yeah, as we hear the sound, we can in the mute option, like we can unmute and like the mute in the part. It's easy to if you work in the noise environments or in the parts you want to in the mute. And in here we have in the sensitivity. We have three levels of them, like low, medium, and high. We can click and switch in different, like each colors is represent a different kind of the part. So in here, let me help there. So in here we have also is the ultraviolet part. In the we can some part we can use the light and the UV if you want to see. Okay? So we are in that heated diode on, and if you go there, yeah, as you see that in the graph. So let me get and we can hear the sound. Yeah,
it's very sensitive. We can see that.
In the sensitive, and if we are like is already like the peak on, so we can see it in the different parts that in here part. If you make the peak off every time, it will be again there's a no alt data will be shown in that.
How about the other mode? We want to see that.
Yeah, in here just click the parts. Yeah, we will see that in the higher infrared mode. Yeah, so it's so easy to use. We can switch by in the two modes by clicking there, and we can unmute here as well. So two modes in the one device. It's really good.
That's really good. Okay, so if you are interested with this fantastic leak detector and wondering where to get one, please visit our online store, elitechus.com, and search model number IR200. And if you're an Amazon user, you can also find it on Amazon by searching Elitech IR200. So
Yeah,
that's right.
in that part, I want to ask that as well. Do we have any like the warranties issues, or what about in the discounts? I'm sure that you prepare some discount for our audience today.
Right. So the original price is $500 and it's on sale at the price $289. But it's not the best offer yet. We have an extra 10% discount for you. Just enter code as we show on above on the screen, live 10 at the checkout page on our website. And if you're on Amazon, you can use code AMZ Live 10 so you will enjoy the same price. And we want to remind you that these two coupons are active for 3 days only.
So what about in the warranty and the returning policies you want to talk about there?
Yeah, if you are new to Elitech and you're wondering or you're worrying about anything, please remember that we provide 45-day free return and a 2-year warranty. So if there is any quality issue, you will be supported by calls or emails 24/7, and the replacements are available.
So it's really good. Like you can have a try. The 4 to 5 days is really long time.
That's
like you
right.
can have a try. Like maybe you satisfy and then yours not, and then it will be nice to have a try.
That's it. So if you are already prepared to change your old leak detector to an infrared one and you don't want two sensors, we also have a single infrared sensor model for you that is ILD200. So it focuses more on the infrared technology and much more cost effective than the IR200. So when can you show us
Yeah,
the
in
other model?
that parts is like the cost-effective parts. If you want to talk a lot, is ILD200 will be the best choice, and it comes with the toolbox as well. And then here. Okay. And let's talk before starting that. I want to talk about these key features about that. With the latest and the most innovative infrared sensor, its sensor can extend enormously for a maximum of 10 years.
Okay, just I want to confirm it's up to 10 years, right?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
like,
life.
yeah, we have to like to emphasize this part. The 10 years is
That's
really
amazing.
good, and it has 3 sensitive levels, and then screen and the peak to mark the maximum leakage, and the 2 years warranty. It also has like the 10 minutes auto off.
That's great. So I want to also want us to you to show the operation as well. Is it the same with the RL200?
Yeah, in that part is the same. Just in here we have just one mode. And the first product, the IR200, we said we have 2 modes, but in here just we will have the infrared mode. And at the beginning we have to
it takes
again,
also
30
30
minutes,
seconds.
like this devices is like the 30 seconds for like setup. And in here we have the reset, peak, and the like the sensitivity and the mute. We have the 4 these buttons to like to set the things. Actually, is the same as with.
So we have also 3 levels of sensitivities: the high, medium, and the low.
Yeah, we can see that here. And here as well.
Yeah, I see it comes the same. There's bars like
there's bars same. In here we can define in the sensitivity, and we can also like in the peak off now, and we can turn it on like the peak on, and it's also it can be useful for the different systems that you can define which one is leakage levels high. So that it's so easy to use. Just we have one mode in this part, infrared mode, is more cost effective in the to IR200 compared.
So
in that part, I want to mention about that as well. We have like the if you are working in the some, we have like the headphones part. If you are working some the noisy environments, you can connect it and you can get more sensitive results, and this is like the charging part here as well. This cable is also like the flexible. They are the main things.
That's very good. So if you're interested in this fantastic leak detector and wondering where to get one, it's the same. You can go to our website elitech.com or go to Amazon and search model ILD200. So, the price of this model ILD 200 is 209 now. But for everyone who's watching this show today, you will enjoy the same 10% discount. Just enter code LIVE10, LIVE10 here on the screen, LIVE10, yes. And for Amazon users, you can enjoy the same price with code AMZ LIVE10. So just a reminder, these two coupons will be active for 3 days only. And also, this model ILD 200 enjoys the same return policy we mentioned before. It's 45 days free return and 2 years warranty and 24/7 customer supports, right? And so, how about those customers? They are not ready for the infrared sensor. I know some of them. They think that the heated diode sensor is more stable. So, Benny, do we have any
Yeah,
model like this?
in the people, if they are like everyone has different choice and they can choose LD 100 plus.
Mhm.
It adopts a heated diode sensor, but we made some upgrades on that so that make it more accurate and reliable. If there are people they want to have some heated diode option, so it will be nice for them.
So if you're a fan of Elitech, you will know that we have model like LD 100 or 200, and this model we're going to show today is LD 100 plus. So it's the upgraded model from the LD 100. So Ben can show us which parts are upgraded.
So in the part is a device in here, and I want to talk about we made it the pump junction structure, which will increase the sensitivity while having the anti-water absorption function at the same time. And the same thing is like that. We turn off, and the parts is 30 seconds for warm up, and response time is 3 seconds. And we can see that like the sensitivity, like the 3 adjustable sensitivity here, and we have 2 modes. And if you click there.
So we have 2 modes, right? I mean, there are automatic and manual ones.
Yeah. In here, let me mute first. Okay, so in the right side we can see that it has 2 modes. One of them is automatic and the manual modes. So in the part, just you can switch between those modes so easily. And if we click that, is also like SA stands for like the automatic in here. It's automatic by the default. The leak detector will automatically zero the refrigerant concentration around. Only a higher concentration will trigger the alarm. And if you press the 0 button and switch to manual mode, and the screen shows like the 8 for 2 seconds, it's a kind of calibration of the zeroing process and the completion. At this time, you can use it to detect refrigerant concentration higher than its environment. So in the part 2, like the modes is like automatic and in the manual, and it has a 3 sensitivity here.
I see that. I see all the sensitivity icons. So must be adjustable. Like I see there are 3 colors on the sensitivity.
Yeah.
So
in the each one is like represent different things. Red is for high sensitivity, the orange stands for medium, and the green is for low. So there's also battery level indicator you can refer to in the battery here.
Okay.
Right side,
So,
you can
so we want to try with this.
Yeah, let's try.
Maybe you build it.
Yeah, let's take it. We can see it.
Yeah.
Here that
see that.
and here.
It also comes with the grid sensitivity, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, I believe that our customers must know how to use this one after our elaboration. Now, if you're interested and you're wondering where to get one, it's also at the very good price. It's just $189, and the additional 10% discount is also available on this model. So, if you're interested, just go to our website, elitechus.com or Amazon, search model LD100 Plus. And you can enjoy the discount by using the same code LIVE10 or AMZ LIVE10 on Amazon. So believe me, this product truly worth the price.
So in this part, I want to talk about that. It's a warranty and the return policy is a little different here. It's like 30 days free return and a 1-year warranty in this for product.
Okay, I see. So we provide 2 years warranty for the infrared ones,
Yeah.
and this one is a 1-year warranty
1 year.
and a 30-day free returns. Okay. So if you still have any questions, you can ask us now on the channel, or you can email us to support@elitechus.com. We will make sure you get replied within 24 hours. Oh yes, I do see someone is asking now, does it work for natural refrigerants, such as in our ultra-low temperature refrigeration applications? So natural refrigerant.
Yeah, I think like he means someone like this carbon dioxide refrigerant and R744. We all know that carbon dioxide is non-corrosive and non-flammable and has no restrictions of production like import or use. So it's gonna be more and more widely used, and we will see that in the near future.
I see. I know this one, the R744, right? I believe our newly released model, Inframer C, is the one he's looking for. So, right?
Yeah,
so
so now
take this one.
I want to introduce like the Inframer C. It's come with the toolbox in here.
So we can know that this one, Inframer C, is designed for this carbon dioxide refrigerant, which is R744.
So in that part, it looks like the IR200 and the 2-in-1 detector, but this detector has infrared like the gas sensor. So the refrigerant absorbs some of the infrared light, and the degree of the change in the refrigerant concentration is measured. So 3 adjustable sensitivities for the thousands are sensor life.
Sorry to interrupt, but you mean 40,000 hours of sensor life?
And work continuously for 8 hours on a single charge, and the large screen in that part, they are the main features.
I see. I really like this large screen. Yeah, so I'm confident to tell everyone that this is the first model that comes with such a TFT colored screen. Could you please show us more about the display?
Yeah, first in the warm-up time, the 30 seconds, and in the far we have the peak as like the sensitivity part, and we have the mute option, which is similar there. And that part, let's wait 3 more seconds, and then we will. Yeah, we can see the colorful chart there. And the first, let's mute first, okay, in here. And this is the battery part, and then we can take the peak on or off. And let's
Just the sensitivities.
Yeah, sensitivity. Yeah, we can change the sensitivity in this part. Okay, let's take it in the medium, and then we can change in the sensitivity in this part, and we can try that. Let's go there.
Because this is for the carbon dioxide, so
yeah, in that part is
work
right for this. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, in that part. So for peak on and off, we can choose that, and we can compare in the different systems that part. And yeah, this is the main feature of stuff like this.
Okay, great, thank you. So for this model, it is a new model, and we really want to promote it so more HVAC technicians can experience this new latest technology. So if you are interested, you can go to our online store and search model Inframer C, and you will get more specifications and detailed descriptions. So for this model, the original price is $399. But since we want to promote it, and we're offering the best we can do, that is $159. And you will also enjoy the same 10% discount by using code LIVE10 or AMC LIVE10 on Amazon. And we also want to remind our customers about the warranty part. Could you?
Yeah, in this part we have 2 years warranty and 4 to 5 days for returns to 24/7 customer support. If they have any question, like they can email, they can call as well.
That's great. So we have showed altogether 4 leak detectors here today, and I think that's enough for leak detectors. So how about we take a short break and we can come back with the manifolds and the vacuum pumps.
Yeah, and we will in the 5 minutes break and then we will continue.
Great. Okay, welcome back. Let's go with the next part, the manifold gauge. Last time we showed two models, EMG40V and LMG10. We received some inquiries at the show, so we want to show them again with more detailed elaboration, right? So,
Yeah,
shall we?
it's better to like to give more detailed information about those products. So I want to ask that Isabel, do you know the difference between manifold and pressure gauge?
That's a good question. Don't think I can answer because I'm not a technician. But as a sales manager, I also have these basic knowledges. I know there are high pressure gauge and low pressure gauge, and there are many separate gauge generally. But the manifold, it combines both high and low gauges, and it comes with more functions. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. Usually a manifold set consists of a manifold lock, two or four handballs, three refrigerant hoses, and two pressure gauges. But today we are only talking about the digital manifold, not analog ones.
You mentioned the digital manifold and the analog ones, right? So I saw we still have a lot of friends who are still using the analog ones instead of the digital ones. Some of them even say that they might be a little bit scared by the digitals. So, how do you think of this?
Actually, there's nothing wrong about it and using like digital. Some people are used to using like analog types. Maybe it could be scary for them, but they also think that it's easy and there is no battery needed. But some other people in the industry they like to try new things, and digital manifolds has a lot of complicated functions, and which allows the people more suitable like a working professional maintenance, or they like to like the hands-on things is more like deeply. So digital is really convenient for me to use as well.
I see. So you think it's more convenient. Can you give us an example, like how convenient it is? How do you
Yeah,
use it?
especially for like the data part, as you know, you want to write down the pressure value and collect the data and calculate it depending on the different refrigerants and their saturation temperature and so on. So that kind of like digital systems make it easier if I use them, and I don't have to do a lot of work and like the hurry anymore, and because I know that the digital part is recording for me.
I see. So today we're going to show the EMG40V first, and we know that this manifold can allow us to choose the preferred refrigerant and show the both high temperature, low temperature, the current temperature, and the saturation temperature as well. And it also do automatical calculation of the superheating and the subcooling, right?
Yeah, not only that actually, it also has a curve interface that displays the trends of the pressure and temperature, and which is really helpful to judge a normal situation very effectively.
Okay, so I can't wait to say the details. See the details? Can you just take the product and show
Yeah,
us one by
in
one?
that part it comes with a toolbox. Actually, it's the huge part. Let's first try to show me that. Yeah, in here I want to mention about some of the parts of it. In the right side and the left side we use for like the temperature clamp, and also we can use for this for a transmitter in that for the vacuum pump.
So it's come with a vacuum transmitter as well?
Yeah, in that part, and we have like a two
Temperature
clamp. Yeah, in that part if you want to measure the systems in that part. So we have four different hoses, and the red and the blue and the two yellow. And that part, red hoses goes in the high pressure side, and the blue hoses goes in the low pressure side. And we have four valves in that part, in the high pressure side, low pressure side, and in the vacuum and in that part. What about in here? What we can say in here we have the hook bar. We can in the system we can hook to get some the data there, and then we have the screen in the like the all in the displays in that part. So I just want to show that what kind of the features we have, and if we have pressure and temperature, pressure holding in that part, and we have evacuation, and we if we go in the settings part, we can set the things. So let's start with that. The first we click in the setting parts, and we can see in the units. If we click the units, yeah, in that part we can see like the weight. We can calculate, change in the units of the pressure, like the torr, Pascal, Pascal, inch mercury,
frequently used
units. And after that, for vacuum, we can choose for the macro. So if you want to change in the refrigerant system, we can adjust here what kind of refrigerant systems we are applying, and we can choose which one is suitable for your work.
Yeah, and I see there are more than 100 refrigerants supported.
Is in the database.
And we can see a favorite here, so does it mean we can choose our preferred refrigerants and make it above, so we can just easily find them?
Yeah, easily find them. In that, we can go to the settings part, we can set the brightness, and we can set the other, like a timing part also of like backlight time, the language, they are the setting part. So I want to talk about the first in here. Yeah, in the first part, pressure and temperature. So actually it looks like an analog system here.
Yeah, I can see this interface is like amazing, just like the old analog interface but with digital numbers.
Yeah. And in that part, in the red side and the blue side is the high pressure and the low pressure side, and we can see that in the saturation temperature for liquid and gas, like the subcooling or supercooling, and we can change here to the, if you click there in this interface, we can change also in the refrigerant style, and we can change like the different modes. If I click here, it will like heat pump mode, like in the part that there are different modes.
So I want to know, like, what's the difference? Why is there a heat pump mode? What changes does it make?
Yeah, in the old systems part, we know that like the people they need to change the hoses in the reverse direction, but with this easy to use section, we don't have to do that. Just click the heat pump button, and it will still same, and the hoses stay, but the function will be changed. So we don't have to do the reverse the hoses in different section.
See, so it saves a lot of work. You don't need to take off and reinstall the hoses, but you just need to hit that mode, just press it and it will change automatically.
Yeah. So what about in here? If I click here, in here we will see in the display for we can get in the data. That if you click in the display part. So this is for pressure and the temperature in the mode. So we have pressure hold part. We can see that in the difference between the pressure, and we can set them, and the difference part of the high pressure and the low pressure part. If you click the display again, it will show some the curve there, and we can immediately understand like if something is abnormal, and we can the judgment it will be so easy. So this is the why like the digital is in that part is better if you want to do quickly some judgment about the system.
Yeah, I can see that this one gives us more functions, so it can help us like have a better judgment on how the system is doing.
So this part is like evacuation part. In this, we should use we can use with like the vacuum pump, and we can set in the micron level, and we can set here also in its alarm. Like in here, it shows in the working time the 4 hours, or like what is our like a minimum value. We can all set that, and after that, if there's something will happen, there will be some alarm sound in the app actually.
Great. Does it mean I can set a period of time and the target vacuum I want the system to go, so I can just like do a pressure hold test like this before the maintenance?
yeah, in that part we can set the time, we can set in the value. It's something critical anyway about this digital. So
Great.
they are the main features about that.
So I can see someone is asking that if can you show us what the app looks like? So it must be a fan of us, and he knows that we do have an app that works with this gauge.
So
let's take a photo.
in this part, I want to talk about like there's a good part of this. We have to in here we have the Elitech tools
Yes.
app.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt, but before you talk about the app, how to use it, I want to say that you can find this app at detectors on App Store or Google Play. And if you are already have detectors like you have the Elitech gauge or Elitech scale, so we want to remind you that it is the time to upgrade your app to this one, the Elitech Tools. It's a new app and it can connect to all the Elitech HVAC tools. Okay, so when it's your turn.
So in that part we can
enter that. Yes.
in that part, I want to mention about like it's really easy to get some data. If you are like it can take a long time, especially that kind of process. So if you are not want to stand all the day and when it's working, so it will be useful to use with that apps option. So the first we have to in the turn on the devices. We have to wait for connection.
So we're sure that the app is working. The device
Wi-Fi,
is on?
yeah, device. Let me check that.
Okay, so it's working on my.
Yeah, in the part, that's right. Because my phone maybe is that part. Yeah, in here we can see the same like the simulation part of the screen on this app, and it's like it's showing the blue and red right side is the main display. And the first we turn on the Bluetooth and after connection, and it shows like the manifold dashboard, and it shows like the super cooling and super heating, and they're all and the right upside in here. Yeah, we can see the list.
Maybe we
so,
can
yeah.
stand up and move more close to
Yeah,
the
in that part. We can see the type of the refrigerant. In the right side, we can click which one is useful for the part. And after we save, we can see that in the like a temperature unit, and we can set the alarm. And the first part here, I want to come closer there. Yeah, in here we can see in the middle part we can see that the heat pump mode. It's like the fire. There you can see that it will be the same function. There we can do, and we can get the graph. In here, if you want to get the data about simultaneously, you can get the graph there. It will be, and also if you want to get the settings, you can set the temperature like the Celsius and our Fahrenheit, and then it will be easy to change here. And also we can get in the alarm settings, which they stand for like you can set your upper limit or lower limit, and it will be exceeding of that limit. There will be the alarm sound on your app, and you will see that the systems has to be checked. They are the main features of
that is to say everything we can do on the device we can do on the app, and if by any chance we want to move still like a little bit away from the device, we can still check all the readings on our phone.
Yeah, in the part is so easy to use, and it's all in the one screen.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you. So that is about the app part. So we showed the EMG and its app. And anyone, if you're interested in this intelligent manifold, it's the same the leak detectors. You can visit our online store. You can find it by search elitechus.com, or you can go to Amazon and search Elitech EMG 40V. So yeah, we have customers asking questions about its price. Yes, with such great functions it must come with a good price, right? So the original price is $640, but now we're offering it at $499. And for everyone who's watching the show today, you can enjoy this extra discount, 10% off. Just enter code LIVE10 at the checkout page. And if you are an Amazon user, you can use code AMC LIVE10. You will receive this great and smart tool at the best price ever. So remember, the code is LIVE10 and AMC LIVE10. Yes, I just want to remind you that these two coupons will be active for 3 days.
So I just want to tell, like, I really like the design and the functions of the manifold, but I understand some people might think that it's a little costly. So
Right.
maybe it will not be their first choice about digital manifold. So I want to introduce, like, if we have, like, in the part another similar functions, most affordable price, and then I want to introduce this LMG10. Actually, is like it has like the costly parts and is like a large display for clear data reading, and it has also its like a subcooling, superheating functions, dual temperature compensations, and supports multiple refrigerants or calculate overheating, supercooling automatically, and compact and portable. In here we have the part as well, and ultra low power consumption. So this is the reason that make this LMG10 is like the costly, and it will be used also that kind of the systems.
I see. Like we can see, it's like a smaller and more cute and compact, just like the EMG40V. And I'm wondering if it comes with such like a more cute and compact. Does it has the same functions as EMG40V? Like how can we use it? How to calibrate it?
Yeah, in that part we have in the same functions, and I just want to talk about the first. We have these the upsides for in the part for temperature clamps we can use there, and we have like the in the two hot hoses could be in here in the high pressure side and the low pressure side. In this part we just have two valves, and we can turn off there. So first thing, so we have to after turn on the device, we have to zero in the calibration part of the device. And if you see that bottom part in the left hand side, they are already zero in the pressure. So this is like a calibration of that in the device. And we can, before start that, we have to do that just for 3 seconds and press on this zeroing part. So if I want to change the refrigerant systems, I can use that right and left keys in the part. Just click there. So up part we can see that is they are changing.
Okay. So how many does it support the same refrigerants as EMG40V do? The same refrigerants?
Yeah, and there is most of the 80 in the parts. 88
Okay, so 88 refrigerants
systems,
so we can
like a support. Yeah.
between them.
And what about the modes in that part? We have the mode option here. So for the digital one, we have talked about that we have like the pressure holding. Actually, it's writing in the PT here. So like the pressure and the temperature actually is like stands for. And we have the pressure holding, and we have the vac mode as well in this device. So what we have to do that, just mold and press together, and then yeah, we can see that for now the pressure holding the mode in the part. This is the for like the press mode, and then we can get the difference of in the pressure difference in the the high pressure wall. In that part we have to have some specifications. So what about if I want to go to the vac mode? I just click one more time the mode, and there, yeah. So now we have the 4 section, and in that part we can see that in the percentage of that difference. So we have in now the vac mode. So if you want to change the units, we can click the mode. It's a long time.
So I see.
Yeah.
That is to say, this is a game of buttons, right? We can just remember which how to press the buttons, and we can get all the functions.
Yeah, in
on
that
one
part,
device.
just if you want to change the units, just click the in that part. Is now we are in the Fahrenheit, we can change. And if I click the one-time mode, it goes in the pressure at one time, and it we can set about like the like automatically off, like the 5, 10, and 30 minutes. So they are same functions, just there is no digital part in that part, but it's
I
costly.
see.
If you want
Yes,
this.
now I understand why we say it is a cost-effective one because it has almost the similar functions, but it just takes a very less price than the EMG40V. So we also have customers wondering, does it work with the app? Okay, can you guys?
This one is not ready for like the app option, but still we have a new one, the LMG10W. So this W stands for the wireless. It will be launched in the 2 months, following 2 months, and it will connect to app. So if the people they want to get those functions, they are recording by their app, and then it will be useful.
Okay, I see. So we have a new model coming in 2 months. That is LMG10W. That is the one which will work with the app too. So now we have this LMG10 at a very good price. It was 198, 189, but it just takes 123 and plus the additional 10% discount. So I really recommend it to buy it now if you're interested. Just don't forget to use code LIVE10 or AMZ LIVE10 on Amazon. So believe me, this price is truly worth the price. This product is truly worth the price. So far that we
talk about the two
Yes.
products, and I just want to ask, what about some vacuum gauge? Is like, is that must for like we need that? What kind of things we can do with them? Do you want to talk about that?
Yes, and like the vacuum gauge is placed between vacuum pump and the middle part of your manifold set. So the lower micro reading, we will know the deeper the vacuum, right? So the vacuum gauge can help us to judge if there is any leaks in the system and when shall we start charging like that. So do we have a separate vacuum gauge?
Yeah, of course, and so that's why I want to introduce you guys like in that part. If you are working like some simple systems, we have almost all types in the HVAC tools. Today I want to share that VGW700 vacuum gauge to all.
Okay, so I'm wondering, what would be the reasons you would recommend this model, this VGW766?
So in that part is just one gauge, is so like easy to carry, and then what we have in this product part, yeah, we can see here. This is our product, and it comes with like this transmitter part, like, and also like the T banding here. It's also in the way how like the T banding. So what are these key features? Like the good parts about that is accurate measurement from 19,000 microns to like 0 microns, and the multiple units has been being micron gauge. They are in the inch mercury, torr, PCI, ampere, mTOR, and they are the functions about that.
Okay, so I just want to repeat that the measurement range is from 0 to 19,000 microns, right?
Yeah.
So if it's not within this measurement range, it will display dashes like it's showing, right?
Yeah, it's now like we start with that because it's not convection, but if it's over that numbers, probably we will have this kind of
Yeah. And we can see it comes with backlight as well, so you can check the readings if in the dark environment like that.
Yeah, and in that part we have like this in here the right section where we can like the wireless option in here. When we click that, we can get that is for app usage. It will be turned on this wireless option. So what about we have the units here, and if I
So for all the three buttons, we can do short press and the long press.
Yeah.
And means
So
different functions.
If it's a long press, I will change the units like in Pascal, and if I just press longer, and then if I short press, it will in the backlight part. But if you press longer, it will change the micro. So it's easy to change between the units in that part. Just one system. It's good for the gauge system. We can use that.
But it's very simple and easy to use. And we know that it also works with the app, right? We can show the app as well.
Yeah, in that part we have the options like the Elitech gauge, and we can show we can use with the app. So let me.
Should we turn the Bluetooth?
So yeah, first we can use the wireless part. We can turn it on, and it's like it can get all the data. So let me. Yeah.
Okay, it's working on here.
Yeah, in the device we can see the same, just one single in this part we have, and in here what we can do, we can start in the run button, and we can get in the recording. That means like on the process we can get the data here, and if you want to get in the graph section, and we can get it now is like in the dash, because it's like nothing is measured, so it's so easy to use. And you can also export data like to Excel or PDF, and after that, like if you are you want to check where are the curves change, and that really works because I don't want to keep looking at the system, and the people, they can be busy or they want to focus on the other things, especially if I doubt that like the system there is some unstable leak, or I can leave the gauge here for hours, and after that I can check data and the result will be super clear. So it's really good combination with these tools be using by those apps, and then it will be nice for the technicians, HVAC technicians.
Yes, I see. So I think it's pretty good, and it's pretty good for people nowadays, right? At least you can keep it there and you go aside and enjoy a cup of coffee. So this gauge can also be used to judge if your vacuum pump works well. If you have any doubts, you can just test it. So if you are interested in this fantastic vacuum gauge, you can also visit our online store to get one. Our website address is elitech.com. Search model VGW760. You will find it. You can also get it on Amazon and enjoy the same discount and the same warranty. So now we come to the discount part. The original price is $199, and now we're offering it at $179. And this is not the best offer yet today. We have an extra discount for you, which is 10% off. Just enter the code LIVE10 here on the screen, LIVE10 or AMC LIVE10 if you are on Amazon. Okay, so use with these two codes, you can get this gauge at $161, the best price ever, I believe.
So in case after this vacuum gauge, now here comes the king of the shop days, Elitech vacuum pump.
That is true. Let's do the vacuum pump.
Yeah, in that part, let's be a little backward there. Yeah.
Okay, we need a few minutes to set the pump up, so let's take a short break. Let's say
and then we will
5 minutes
continue.
break. Okay. Okay, welcome back. So let's get to the vacuum pump and the king of the show today. So everyone is watching this show now. Please give us a little bit more attention. I know it's a little bit late now, but it's really worth the time. If you don't want to miss this pump, let's just skip everything and show the pump directly. Shall we?
Yeah, in that part, before start, I want to talk about some of the parts of it. We have the handle here, and we have like the oil tank, and we have the maximum and the minimum level is the middle part before starting we have to use. And in the export part, this is the main part. After we turn on the device, we will have this display in that part. What they are, we have the measure graph, and we have like in the settings and the system. So before I start, I want to start with the setting parts. First, I click there. Yeah, in here we can see the units. We can change the micron, Pascal, torr, inch mercury, and we can change in the pressure units here. And also we can change in the temperature in that like the Fahrenheit or Celsius. This is the part of like, let me remind one more time here. This is the for pressure units we can change, and in that part we can change the temperature. So what about here?
So come to the vacuum
Yeah.
part.
In the vacuum parts is we have like the minimum vacuum, and in that part logging intervals and the recording status, and we can see that. So what they stand for, let's talk about that. Vacuum intelligent controls the mean that we can set a target vacuum value, and when it is reached, the pump will automatically close, and this is the part like the solenoid valve, and it will maintain the vacuums so to prevent a fast recovery of the vacuum. So we can set that in the logging interval, and in here we have the option for like the timing that part.
Okay,
I mean, we
so-
can, yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, but I want to see if my understanding is correct. So with this one, the minimum vacuum value, does it? I think it must be more power saving, right? And it will turn off automatically, so you can even go and sit down and enjoy your coffee and check the vacuum ratings or graphs on your phone instead of standing by and watching the pump work. Is that
Yeah,
right?
this is exactly that, meaning that what about here in this, let's go there.
So that's a settings part, and
Yeah.
we have a system
Yeah,
part.
in the system part, what kind of things we can arrange here? We can arrange the running time, holding time, and it's also the flow rate, and we can change the language as well. So they are the main things is part in the settings part. We can get those. Actually, before that, I want to go in the measure. So if I clicked in the measure section, we have we can see that in the oil or in the motor temperature in this part, like the oil temperature limit and the motor temperature limit, we can set them in like the Fahrenheit, and we can see that in the motor status in here. And also as a vacuum status, in this right part, we can see the leakage
level.
leakage level in that part. So we can run and we can stop in this part. They are in the system.
Okay, so I want to say something about the leakage level judgment. It is also one of the key features of this pump. That means this pump can collect the vacuum value in real time and make judgments on the leakage level of the system according to the collected data. So this can divide the leakage level into serious leakage, slight leakage, and no leakage. Although this is just for reference only, but it can make us more confident on the leakage judgment, right?
Yeah. Also, maybe you want to share like it has a good feature about estimated job completion time.
Yes, we have this estimated job completion time. That means it will show us a time that this pump is going to take to pump to the target value we set, and can help us make more better schedules. Like we can take the spell, as we know how long it's going to take, so we can have the spare time and to do other work and we know when to come back to see how the vacuum pump is doing. So when the target vacuum is reached, there will be a pump up window on the screen just to remind us that it is reached. And if you're using the app, it will also push a notification on your app, just for information that the transmission between this pump and the app is 30 feet. That is 10 meters. And it can reach 65 feet, which is 20 meters in an open space. So you will be confident when you are doing the pump work.
Yeah, and also like I want to mention about like is we have so in the graph section here, and we can see like the instantly in the
graph.
curve. Yeah, in the part we can see there in the current vacuum value displayed in the real time, and the value is the refresh rate is like 60 hertz. So
okay. So in this way it can show us how the vacuum goes in the real time and in graph way that is more intuitive and more clear. And so how about the oil tank and the motor part?
Yeah, so the vacuum pump has built in the temperature sensors for 3 temperature sensors for fuel tank, motor, and the environment. So as we know that the motor fillings or the lack of the oil sometimes cause some the damage or abnormal temperature rises. So with these 3 temperature sensors, it is possible to judge whether the vacuum pump is working normally. And when it's not, it will intelligently interverse close the motor wall and protecting the equipment. So these sensors like the avoiding the causing the greater loss in the system.
That's great. And I also want to mention one thing. This great app that can do this data storage.
Yeah, in that part we have this in the Elitech tool. We can use that vacuum pump in this app option. So in here in the display part we can see that the vacuum value, oil temperature, motor temperature, and we can see like estimation finishing time, and we can also like a logging interval we can adjustable from the 1 second, like the 3, 10, 30 seconds, like up to 5 minutes. And these records like in the part, if you want to get this read data option, and first we need to turn off the like recording, and we can get them in our like the Excel or PDF part.
Maybe we should just show
a little bit closer. In here we can see. So what about is the in the vacuum, and we can set the settings. We can show the upper limit and the lower limit as well, and we can see the all settings is a vacuum means like oil temperature, low minutes is all there like option the apps allow you to change in that part, and we can change in the temperature unit in here, like the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. We can change in the units here, and also and we can look at in the record status here, and we can turn it off like there, and we go there, and we can in the down part we have read data option in the part, so we can turn off the device and we can get some data, and data is so easy.
And we know that we can also turn on and off the pump on the app too. So that is about the app. It's like everything we can do on the touch screen, we can do on the app at the same time. And the distance, the transmission distance is up to 65 feet. So the biggest features we want to say that is this touch screen. We can promise that the Elitech SVP7, the model number is SVP7, is the first vacuum pump that comes with this large color touch screen in the world. I believe it is revolutionary. As you know, we're getting so used to our smartphones nowadays, right? So why can't we make the HVAC tools be smart too? So if anyone is interested, try with this touch screen, the intelligent control and the app. Believe me, you don't want to go back to your old pump again. Okay.
Yeah, and that part is really easy to use, and digital, everything can be controlled in that part.
So we have already showed the app.
So could you tell that how people they can get this app?
Sure, we can. It's easily to get. Just Google Elitech tools or just Google Elitech. You will find it in Apple Store or in Google Play. And by any chance, if you're still using the old ones like Elitech Gauge, Elitech Scales, so it's time to change or upgrade the apps to Elitech tools like above one. So this app can work with all Elitech vacuum pump, the manifold, the scales, and the vacuum gauges. Okay, so that's
So,
about the app.
Yeah, in that part, what about in the price part? We know that it's like the $4.99, and now it's $2.99.
Yes.
For everyone who's watching this show today, they will enjoy the extra discount, like 10% off. Just they need to enter the code live10 at the checkout page.
Right. So remember the code is live10 on our website, and it is AMC live10 on
From
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Right. And the code will be valid for 3 days. Also, we get a customer asking us about the warranty about this pump. So we provide a 1-year warranty on this pump and 30-day free returns. So if there is any quality issue, you can just call us or email us. We will support you. Like we will make sure you get an answer within 24 hours. Do we have any other questions?
Yes, actually.
Okay, it's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. So
if they have, they can write in the comments and we will try to answer them.
no problem. So that is the vacuum pump we showed today. So how about we do the last product we have?
Yeah, today we have one more product. It's like a scale. Actually, as we know that, let me...
Just 1 minute, we will take the scale.
Okay. So as we know that in the refrigerant systems, like the scaling really important that, and the people, they are like complaining about the heavy scales. So this is a key feature of that is really light, 4.5 pounds. And what about in the others? They are like 11. Actually, that means it's like a lighter. And it's also like the ultra long wireless. If there are people even long distance, they can measure the things, 98 feet. And in that part, ultra large, and it has something in the remote controller. And this remote control is here, just like hidden parts. We can get here like that.
Yes, sorry to interrupt, but I want to ask one thing. You mentioned that the weight is less than the traditional ones, and we all know that the traditional scales usually weighs around 5 kilograms.
5 kilograms.
And how about this one?
Like it's like a
2.1?
Yeah, in that part.
That's great. So it's like less than half of the traditional ones, right?
So it's easy to like lift.
Yes, you can. I can hold it like easily. It's not heavy at all.
And actually, another part is it comes with that in the like remote control, that large screen and like a touch screen as well. And it's convenient for charging. Just we should put it there and it will charge. Yeah. And the Type-C charging adapter is also available. And yeah,
I'm so impressed by this remote. It's just like our phone, right?
Yeah.
You can just compare. It has the same screen.
Yeah,
so
it's
very clear.
Simple and good use. Actually, if you want to check about, sometimes it can be connected in the pump as well.
Yeah. So can you show us how to use it? Maybe the functions and the
therefore first we have in the setting parts we have like the mute and the keton, and actually if we looked at here we have the options like the charge, recover and tear in that down part, and we can use for the kilogram or the pounds, and the two different kinds of the weight units is available. And we just let's do like that.
So for the units, we support both kilograms, grams, and the pounds.
Let's turn it on first. First, click the button in here. Yeah, it will give some the beep sound, and it will like change the color. So that means it's already. So we put in the phone here. Yeah, we can see in the change here. So after that, we click in the tear. It will go to there. it will go in the minus. And in this part, we can see in the system what kind of weight changes will happen. So this is a part of in the use, and we can set the units and set the charge, and we have the recover option there, and we can mute it on in here. So like there's a key tone. There's a key tone if you don't want it.
If we have the mute function, that means we have the alarm, right? So if we set a target amount of the charging amount,
it will like keep pausing.
When to reach the target value, to keep making beep sound, so to remind us.
Yeah. And so we can use that for like the pump systems, like in the part we can see the like the refrigerant systems, like they are really useful.
And we can know, we see there is a charge and recovery, so we can ensure, so we can enter the amount of we want to charge. So we can do this. Yes.
Set the charge.
Maybe we should tear it first.
Let's charge. The first we got in the charger.
Yeah,
part, and we can set in the.
We can input the amount we want to charge. Let's say 50 grams.
50. Let's go. Let's go. 50. And
put a 0, maybe put a 0, and it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we can get like a 50 gram or
like
6 gram. Yeah, we can have to put in the targets in that part, and we can see like the down part, like how to see the difference about that.
Yes, we want to show you that you can input the amount you want to charge or recovery, and
there's
hit
a
stop
and the pause option. You can see like which part you want to stop, like different the C's of the weight. Yeah.
That's very easy and very like. Also, I think it's also revolutionary because it comes such less weight and such bigger screen on the remote. And we also know that it can do reverse charging if we put the remote in the scale, right?
Yeah, in that part it will be charged itself.
Okay, that is about the scale part. So thank you for showing all these details. So if you want to know more information about this one, the model number is SRL100, and you can find it by searching it on our website or on Amazon. So you can order from our website directly to just search SIL100. The price was $299, and now we're offering it at $199, and you can enjoy also the additional 10% discount by using code LIVE10 or AMC LIVE10 on Amazon. So the code will be valid for 3 days. Don't miss it. Okay, so that's all the products we have today. Now
actually today we had 3 sections. We're talking about the leak detectors, and the digital manifold, and the final part we talking about the vacuum pump. And as well, and mainly we have the great discount for you guys. And just remember, enter the code LIVE10 and you get some extra discount. And also like the Amazon, you can get this on the notice about also our channel.
Okay, so I got a few questions from our customers. Let's answer them. So the first one is, what is the difference between the model SVB7 and the V700? Okay, so someone must be noticed the one we showed, the black one, the vacuum pump is in black, and the one SVB7 on our website is in orange. So the only difference is the color, and all the functions will be the same. And we can see that the SVB7 comes with a better price. It's $299 now. So if you are interested, don't hesitate. Just order SVB7. That's the one. And how about the next question? It's about the EMG.
In that part, they asked that EMG 40V, and what is the difference between like the EMG 20V? And actually, EMG 40V, we talk about that it has 4 valves, like hand valves. The other while 20 just has 2 valves. This is just the main difference about it. And they asked that these things are the waterproof, and like because in the working conditions could be rainy, and if they put in the outside, it will be damaged. Actually, the protection level of in the manifold is IP53, and it can be like to prevent the harm like a dust accumulation and the water or rain will be not affect the shower, but we just suggest you guys don't let in the outside, especially like heavy rain conditions. And the part.
So,
We can talk about they talk about like a LMG10, so it comes with the temperature clamp. Yeah, in the part it comes from the temperature clamp, and it's also like they ask it, does it calculate the superheating or subcooling? Yeah, in that part, it has the same functions with digital manifold there.
okay. So unless I want to repeat again about our warranty and the return policies for all the HVAC tools we have. Among them, the infrared leak detectors. All the infrared leak detectors, they will enjoy the 2-year warranty and 45-day free returns. And 24/7 customer support, you can email us or call us to get if you have any questions. And the rest products, the vacuum pump, the manifold, and the scales, all of them enjoys 1-year warranty and 30-day free returns. Before we end the show, please don't forget to subscribe to us so you will get notified next time when we have the new live stream or new videos. Right?
Yeah, we will probably have live stream in 2 weeks. Just any question like that you guys can write in the comments. We will try to answer.
Okay, great. So that is for today. So we will have our next show probably in 2 weeks. So please just keep an eye on us so you will get notified. Okay, that's for today. Okay, bye bye.
Thanks.